My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Curse of the Dead Gods. Alright, I'm not entirely certain if I immediately want to start doing the rest of the explorations out here, the Old Nightmare, Mad Temple Bullet Hell, Darkest Explorer Fire Purge, or the Hard, or if I want to go for the long exploration in Sashal. Yeah, let's go for the long exploration in the Serpent Temple. How about that? That sounds reasonable. What are the things I'm running with at this point? Actually, I don't want to go to the Serpent Temple. I want to do another long in the Jaguar Temple because I'm going to try and take advantage of the stance. And it's going to be a lot easier to do that if I'm doing it where, you know, I kind of recognize and understand the enemy patterns. So let's get about it. Ideally, this will be all of the gold that I need in the run. Just keeping up the stance constantly. But, you know, ideally. This is going to make it very, very clear whenever I take my first hit, because I'm going to lose like a 20 greed kill counter on it. Oh well. I think being super, super cognizant of, like, when I've taken a hit might actually... Ow. Good hit immediately there to take. Being, like, extremely well aware of when I've taken damage might actually be handy for training me. So, yeah, nothing happens to the gold. Oh, I forgot to get them to... Dang it. That's my bad right there. Didn't explore the room well enough before starting. Okay, so what? We got a 6-timer that we're still going on with? 5-timer? Okay. I want to see that at least get to like a 25. Okay. I don't have to worry about speed of re-engagement yet. In fact, at all. Okay. Wait a second. Oh, no, I do need to worry about the speed of re-engagement. It's only if I'm out of combat or in between rooms that it pauses. Oh god, that's awful. Well, at least I have a two-handed weapon now. I'll keep the bow. Okay, so I actually still need like a plus 200% to greed kill timer relic. I was really hoping I wasn't going to need one of those. Alright. We'll start off with the bow, because that'll get us 2 for our first kill. Yeah, I lost a little bit of gold in that room, about 40, but I get to keep my greed kills, so at least it has a benefit. Okay, one more. And yeah, we should be fine from here on out then. Plus 15% to critical damage. I mean, I am using the perfect shot of the bow consistently, so that's some critical damage right there. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Go. Okay, we've got one up to 14. That's a pretty high timer already. Yeah, I'm not going to change this for a Titan Slayer. Titan Slayer is going to be much harder to work into combat, I feel. I'm actually going to go over to the unknowns. Oh, gosh. Definitely not what I wanted right here. So we just effectively waste a room's worth of value we could have otherwise gained. Please don't give me the bloodlust. Cadaverous infestation. That's going to be a little bit annoying. Regular enemies can spawn additional enemies when killed. Those additional enemies I can't use for greed kills or anything like that, so... If that was a bright idea you immediately had, I am sad to have to be the one to tell you that it is not going to be viable. You can use it in combats to keep your greed kill timer alive, at least. When I say it doesn't contribute to your greed kills, I'm saying it doesn't increment the number. Three. Come on. That's a fine. And engage the new enemies as quickly as possible here. Alright, I mean, we're up to a greed kill timer of 30 already. That's pretty substantial. Nope. Nope. Get parried. Both times. I told you. I told you. That enemy has never hit me again. I've decided. Alright, I'll take this. +3 dex over here. Hey. I think I did use my sword for the last kill, so we'll go bow. Become extra greed kill timer on that. Yeah, I want the extra parry animation frames. Not the extra frames to my parry animation, sorry. I want extra frames in my parry animation where the parry is viable. And apparently having a shield increases that. Okay, back to the sword. What? I definitely parried that. I just did. I don't feel bad about that at all because I definitely parried it. Well, parry that one at least. Even with that failure there, even with that break, we're doing really, really well in terms of our gold. That said, I have only been going to gold game rooms, so you know, how much can I really rely on this, right? Alright. Great. Let's get out of this. I will quickly destroy that one. Pivot weapon type instantly and go for it all over again. Perfect. I mean, I can do the majority of damage with one weapon and then just swap for the killing blow and still keep the greed kill happy. So I feel like I'm going to end up doing that a lot of the time. Setting people up with the bow and finishing with the sword in the inverse. Excuse me, sorry. Needed to sneeze. So I'm pretty sure we want to kill the champion with the base sword. Right? But I'll kill him with whatever I happen to. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the summons off the field, because I really, really, really don't like having summons on a field. When I have to be fighting there. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm never really going to remove the bats unless I waste way too much of my own time. Well, or if I use ranged attacks, apparently. down. Whew. Only just got the stamina for those rolls. 1, 2, 3. Almost. Ooh, that was way too close. Alright. Let's just keep throwing the shots against the main. Alright. Down below the third pip. Very little health left on the champ at this point. We're like well within just targeting the champ territory. But if I make sure that there are no jaguars on the field, then I might get the special drop from the champion. And my basic weapon is pretty garbage at the moment, so the special drop from the champion might be good enough. Oh, I think we did get it, actually. There's the finishers throw the spear, piercing through all enemies. We also have plus 30% damage whilst in darkness and deals critical damage to enemies under a certain amount of health. And plus 6% to base damage per 1,000 gold carried up to 10 times and plus 4 perception. That's actually going to be pretty interesting. Let's go for a weapon at the immediate start here. It's going to be pretty interesting. I might actually be able to get like a huge amount of golds. Okay. As long as I target the Blood Priest first, we should be okay here, right? Okay. 1, 2, 3. So that's up to 17 already. I saw that hammer coming down. Dang it. Remember when I said these enemies were never going to hit me again? Yeah, me too. Me too, unfortunately. Alright. What do we get here? Oh, plus 80% damage if the second weapon is a shield. We have that. We're not going to be attacking in darkness, though, if we take the claws of... Oh, I mean, they're upgraded from my weapon at the moment, though, as well. I think I'll reroll. And again, plus 20% if your base damage, if your base weapon is a sword, it's not. Extra damage per point of constitution, I have none. Ooh, I can't just keep rerolling. I needed a main hand weapon that could actually be used there. We just used all of our divine favor and did not find anything that we wanted. That sucks. Like, the first claw is better than everything we found past that point. So, we didn't really find any upgrade. I really thought we were going to be able to kill the enemy before they actually got that hit off. 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy. Other than trying to keep the greed kill timer up, like that was going to be a really easy room. Unfortunately, I did decide to try and keep the greed kill timer up. Sincere offerings. Blood offerings don't cost corruption, they cost health. Yeah. I could do that. Just walked forward too early. -10 to the gold offering cost as well as 2 decks. We still haven't actually finished our relic slots. If I had to guess, I would say that relic officially finishes our relic slots now. Plus 15 to poison attacks, as well as plus 3 to dex. I don't really use poison attacks. Sorry, and that's to perception as well. And I don't use perception as much as I use dex. Alright. Another relic in this room for extra damage against weakened enemies, as well as a bunch of other stuff that I really don't want. Okay, we need, like, better everything at the moment, though. I'm trying to figure out, like, what our priority should be. Getting better stats, getting better relics, getting better weapons. But unfortunately, we don't have the ability to force a good weapon, relic, or... I mean, stats, because you can't reroll them by base, right? So I kind of just need to find one whilst exploring at this point. Extremely unfortunate for us. Alright. Gold offerings remove 5 corruption. No thank you. Definitely don't want that spear either there. Alright, good. Greedy kills still alive, and we're at the 1,000. Great. So I can see the drastic impact this has on our money, but also I'm not spending any money, so I don't know whether I'm seeing the savings or extra gains, you know? Oh god, didn't want to accidentally instantly kill there. I really do like this spear though. Very, very pleased with it. I wonder, when an enemy is killed by a trap, I wonder what stance it counts as in. The stance we were in when the enemy died? I hope so. Yeah, I mean, I'll just take the 10% damage and 25% gold find. Sure. About time we picked up some stats. I'm also going to go over to this weapon, because I would like to see a weapon, please. Also, weapon rooms are often pretty combat heavy. Good opportunity to keep increasing the greed kill counter. Looks like we're getting one of 50 in this run. I did not dare and even go as far as saying 50 was possible. But clearly I need to believe a little more in myself, apparently. Don't like any of these either. Plus 30% to critical damage on incandescent claws. Do I have anything like boosting fire damage at all or anything like that? Not really. Alright, I guess I just hope the boss gives me a good weapon. Please. I'm probably not gonna flawless this fight. Unfortunately. Ah, just rolled a little too late there, unfortunately. And parried too early there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got you over the threshold. And I died not being able to escape that. Alright, yeah, too short of a run, 20 minutes. We're doing it again. This may end up being an hour-long episode. But I like this build. I believe in this build. I just need to utilize it effectively. Super early stats could be great for this, right? Because the gold find extra should also carry over to the gold we get from enemies, right? Oh, okay, we've already got a shield at the absolute least. Unfortunately, not a two-handed weapon. Will be absolutely wild if we get a two-handed weapon this early. Game, this is your cue to give me the two-handed weapon. Please. Alright. Easy clear there. Come on for the stats. I would like... Ugh, I just wanted perception. Alright. Unfortunately, I got Dex and Constitution here. Like, I'm okay with them, but I specifically wanted the perception for a reason. So I still carry with me the benefit of all of the previous 9 kills that we got. I'm just waiting for the fire to go out down to the south. Great. I don't have a two-handed weapon I can swap to, so still just re-engage with the same. At the very least, we do have a barrel to open the next room for us. Plus 20% of the base damage is a mace, and after I parry, my main hand deals extra damage for a while. Sure. Especially against the Headless Champions, I'm going to be doing a lot of parrying. And parrying and then critting them, especially while they're weakened, is really good way to have a huge impact on their giant health bar. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got him. Okay, as long as we just have to hover at 20 for a while. 6% per enemy killed by the environment. Yeah, you know what? I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't need a relic in this room. Might go for one in this one though. It's really hard to ever justify going for a question mark space when you're on full health, just because of the possibility that it is a resting room. Other curses are unknown as long as this one is not lifted. Okay, getting this as my first curse is a little annoying, but I'm probably going to alleviate this curse before I get any others. One, two, three, 4. Oh no! I was just seeing the green kill timer go down and I was like, wait, I can't get them to destroy these walls. No, I can't. Oh, that sucks. I didn't even take damage to lose my green kill counter there. Well, I guess I didn't last time. I lost it for the first time anyway. Never mind, we got a two-handed weapon. We can get back now. As long as I have a two-handed weapon, I'm only like 1 room's worth of combat away from being back on top. Right, there we go. We're pretty much back on top at this point. 15% of gold offering amount. Ooh, plus 30% damage to poison attacks. I'll take it, especially because I'm using the Scorpion Spear at this point. May end up using it more. Who knows? It might be my best two-handed weapon for a while. So I'm feeling like I probably have to make the most of it. Spin, spin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Back up on the pedestal of extra 1000% gold per enemy I kill. I think this is ultimately actually going to be how I play the game for a really long time. Compounding benefits like this, especially because they're not like, it's not unattainably hard to get back to 20 kills or 10 kills if you actually start. It's not that hard to get back to it after you fail. So it doesn't feel too punishing so as to be intimidating from actually starting doing it. It's nice. I mean, I wish I knew exactly how much extra gold I was specifically getting from my greed kills here. Especially the difference between how much I'm getting here and how much I would have gotten in a run without the Serpentine hunger, Serpentilian hunger, Reptilian hunger. Reptilian hunger, there we go. Yeah, I had to just get out of there real quick. Yeah, that sucked. I saw as soon as this room started, kind of, that it was gonna suck. Because with the weapon set that I currently have, I didn't think I was gonna be able to kill the little ghouls in the room before I had to go for the champ there. I mean, I just replaced my shield with a poison dagger only because I have extra damage to my poison attacks. That doesn't necessarily sound like it was the best idea. One, 2, 3, 4. 20% base damage for shields. Immediately get power up to my shield after I gave it away. Fire combo and finishes. Sorry, fire combo finishes and charge attacks is the effect of the sword. So apparently if you, I think as I mentioned before, if you light someone on fire as well as poison them at the same time, you do extra damage with each the fire and the burn. We may end up using that a bit here. Alright. That is +3 to our constitution. I'll take it. Setup complete. I realized at the very end that there might have been a cracked wall in this room. Thankfully there wasn't, but it was too late to check by that point anyhow. 250 health, as well as 10% max damage, sure. Alright, let's actually see if we can get the boss killed with the timer still up. That would be really interesting. Honestly, I think, like, more likely than me taking damage, the timer runs out. Seems to be the higher likelihood here. Or I take damage because I'm trying not to let the timer run out. That'd make sense as well, to be honest. 1, 2, 3. On. I mean, that was a plus 1000% gold gain on the kill of this enemy, right? So is that the big way you get this to pay off? You get a giant modifier and then you kill the enemy? I'm into it if that's how it's supposed to go. Did seem particularly effective right there. Let's get a weapon super early on. Let's also not hard roll for this weapon. We'll look if there's not a weapon. We might roll. Okay. Also, I know this is the first room after the first boss, but let's actually not take 1 billion damage in this room. I know, it's a novel idea of not losing all of my health in the first room of the second floor, but I think I'm ready for those kind of pro strats at this point. Come on, get away from him. No! Well, look, I lost my combo. But at the very least, I haven't taken, at least yet, infinite damage. We're taking a strictly bounded, real amount of damage. Never mind. Now it's an unreal amount of damage. I don't like it. Okay, 2, 3, roll. 4, 5. Provides passive illumination, 30% more damage from behind. Extra point per constitution. I'll roll a bow that I also don't really want. One more roll and 20% damage to your base weapon's sword. I dislike all of the weapons that I've been shown so far. Maybe I'm being too picky. There's no way that I roll down like all of my rerolls without finding anything like significantly better than what I'm currently holding 2 times in 2 different runs, right? That's the game telling me that my standards... Excuse me, had to sneeze. That's the game telling me my standards are set too high. Did not like that room at all. Oh, sorry. I used the past tense there. I shouldn't have. It is the current. I do not like this room at all. What the heck happened there? Oh, I guess the elite one destroyed the flamethrower because it was targeting at me? Knocked itself back, but obviously because I didn't kill an enemy, I did not increase my greed kill counter, or at least didn't keep it alive. as much as I want 7 dex, like, plus 100% to all healing. Ooh, plus 1 to max stam, actually. I'm gonna take that instead. I like some good max stam. We're gonna have to go and look at another weapon store, because again, grumble, grumble, grumble. Alright, everything's going out well now. Whew! As long as we manage to keep that final greed kill timer alive. No! Come on! I lost the green kill again! Just for being safe in the room! Guess I just do not have time to play safe? Yeah. That was me backing off so that I wouldn't have to try and parry that attack mid-air, and it prevented me from being able to continue my timer. Secondary weapon dagger. Oh, each kill permanently increases base damage by 5%. Okay. Alright. The dagger is now my primary weapon. That's all that I'm going to be using for the rest of the game. I'm going to try and get it to grow as big as possible, and then I'm going to destroy people with it. That's the goal. That is the aim. That is my design. Stop with the... Every question mark room is a haven. I hate it. I said just earlier, you cannot go to question mark rooms on full health because, yeah, what if it's a haven and you just waste a room's worth of value? Well, it's the second time that's happened to me this episode. I'm feeling like it's pretty common that that happens. Why? Do not like how their staggered shots set up one of them to be pretty much hitting me at all times. Not a fan. Also not a fan of how slowly that made me end up clearing the stats, I guess. Sincere offerings. Okay, so we can buy things with health instead of corruption. Just trying to farm up as many quick kills on my dagger as I can. I guess I'm not really caring about my greed timer as much as I'm caring about the dagger kills now. Kind of, you know, fair? Like, the dagger very much does seem to be my way out of everything here. Unfortunately, I failed that second parry there. Okay, so this dagger basically increases by 2 damage every time I kill an enemy with it. Yeah, went from 60 to 62 to 64. It's rounding from percentage increases though, so I imagine it's not going to continue on that trend. At least not completely consistently. I like this dagger. I'd really like to try and get this dagger super early. If at all that's possible, of course. Might not be. 3. Okay. We're very much in the place where we just bully this enemy around the room. I thought that one was definitely going to be too early, though. Yeah, that was way, way too early. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like being able to kind of lock them there as they have to transition into the other form. You just lock them in the same place for a while. Wail on them the entire time and then just roll away at the last available opportunity. That saves us so much time and so much damage in fights like this when we pull that off effectively. Oh god, bad roll. Unfortunately, we very suddenly lost way too much HP in this fight. Dang it. Yeah, awful, awful fight on my behalf. One thing about Reptilian Hunger is I think when I lose it, it might risk kind of just tilting me. Which might then make me play worse. Bunch of extra damage against elite champions and bosses. Have to take it. No, wait. Do I have a base constitution or anything like that? Oh. Yeah, weakened enemies, sure. 10% per active curse. No, I don't really have any active curses. I mean, I have one, but I'm not really intending on getting any more, you know? Let's heal up a bunch here and then go stats, stats. Now with the rolling towards the champ strat at the end, I don't know exactly how good of a weapon I have to take into that fight to be okay. Maybe I don't need to take a great weapon anymore. Unlock all these enemies. Two, three, four, five. Great. Okay, so it looks like the charging attack actually sets up for the combo here. Like, you can do a finisher off of a charged attack. So we came into this room and this weapon was doing 69 damage. Nice, per person. Let's remove the extra shield damage there. We did get extra dex, though, just there. So the weapon's damage is increased outside of its own internal scaling. But I mean, I don't know what number it has to get to for it to be super effective. Because beyond a certain point of it, like, you know, imagine the health point of the highest enemy in the game, the highest health point enemy, right? Beyond that point, getting extra damage doesn't matter at all. However, there is also half of that enemy's health is the previous point, right? Because then you're still hitting them 2 times, no matter what damage you do. If you're not doing their max damage, but you're doing more than half of their health, you still have to hit them 2 times. These are the kind of ideas of breakpoints. So what amount of damage on this dagger would give it the best breakpoints against the largest amount of enemies in the game? So those are just critting from behind because it's a dagger and it does that. 142 in the crits, though. That was 98 by base or something. I don't think this will be our weapon against the boss at the end. Maybe I end up changing it before that point. In fact, I would hope I would end up changing it before that point if I don't intend on using it in that fight. Because otherwise I'm just taking 100% extra damage for no reason. $185 from that two-handed weapon with a really slow swing. As well as that weapon doing, 30% damage against elites, and that being an elite. And yet that still really wasn't enough to make it look better than my dagger. So I'm feeling pretty good about the dagger at the moment. Just with that comparison to go off of. Plus 10% to damage and plus 25% to gold fines. Sure. Wait. Gotta remember, it's Blood Priest first. Every time. Oh god, you got a turn attack as well, right? It's a lot faster than I think it is. My bad right there for not parrying it. I should probably swap weapon in this room, but also, do I really need to complete that quickly? Or do I just want my dagger to continue scaling? Actually, can my dagger continue scaling? At a certain point, it'll reach its max, right? 5% up to 200% base damage. So going per 5%, there's 20, so 40? Have I killed 40 enemies with this weapon? I don't know. Unfortunately, the game refuses to tell me. Would just be real handy if the game would actually give you the information about the current modifier on the weapon. Like, I think I've done enough. But how can I be certain? Okay, so 21 is its base damage, right? And plus 200% on that is... plus 200% on the 21 is just another 42, right? So it goes up by 42. And then 74 is 32 on top of that. Is that accounted for by the extra 100% base damage and then 54% damage? So it was 32 was the difference. Take away the 21 because that's the extra 100% base damage. So the difference then is 11. And yeah, that's about 54% damage. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm basically maxed out on the heart render right now. Sorry for 1 second, just had to quickly blow my nose. All right. Well, then I can jump back to using other weapons in the rotation. Third curse is going to be the final one that we get before the boss. Shadow Word. Ugh. Regular enemies are revealed by lighting. We're not going to actually be able to light anything at all. So I kind of just need to get close to enemies and be attacked by them to see them. Which is going to cause us to take a lot of damage. This is, like, one of the worst things we could have gotten there. Whoa, okay, we got one of our enemies to light the way for us there. It looks like the weapon's damage just increased. Maybe I'm wrong. It just definitely looked like it. Yeah, I was doing 113 before, and now I'm doing 114 to that enemy. Okay, so until this weapon just stops climbing its actual number, I'm just going to continue using it. I think that's actually the only fair way to deal with it. So 116. 117. I mean, that's a crit, unfortunately. 109? Wait, 109? And then 110. So I guess that enemy has, like, elite armor? Elites just take less damage from basic attacks or something like that? Seems to be the case. Ow. Then we have a dual shiv. So this is if I want to take the heart render away. I'm kind of thinking of using the heart render and actually try and kill the end boss at the end of the game now. I'm back on board with that as an idea. Let's go for a relic. We might be able to find something that kind of just locks us in, you know? Because we'll be hitting this enemy from behind a reasonable amount of the time. So, +2 my crit damage would actually be really good. Not just that, but in particular, healing off of my crit damage would be absolutely ridiculous. I thought I was I thought I was going to stagger the enemy before they got their attack off there, frankly. Okay, one enemy down. Nope. I can't risk that enemy just going on another rampage. This should be the end of the dungeon, right? No, apparently not. I mean, if somehow I just managed to keep the enemy far enough away from the Blood Priest that it can never get healed, I guess that works as well. Just very seldom an actual option. Alright. This number isn't going any higher at this point, right? There's no way that we haven't killed 40 enemies with it. +1 level on your two-handed weapon. God, if that was only on the one-handed weapon, oh, it'd be so good. We might just want to take plus damage, like plus dex. Yeah, I'm not using my two-handed weapon in the fight at all. So we'll take the cheaper one that just gives dex. Seems reasonable. Oh, I should have taken the more expensive one, actually. It was giving me health for having purchased one. Oops. Alright, Jaguar. Let's go. Up. 1, 2, 3. Roll out. Come on. You can't play the distance game forever, friend. Almost. Yeah, using the dagger in particular because it crits, as I mentioned before, I left myself out of stamina there. That was my bad. But using the dagger because it crits from behind and then rolling through this enemy's attacks, like, adjoining those two is so good. No! That was 1,080 damage. Okay, yeah, that attack is the biggest attack I think the enemy does. Okay, and then the 3 swipe after that was just a 405, 405. Ugh. Rough. Jaguar, please. That was really, really rude of you, man. Okay. So 1080 damage. Obviously, I'm taking double damage in this fight, right? So the weapon was doing pretty well. I would love to take that weapon to the boss again. I'd like to have more stat support. Not stat support, sorry, relic support. In particular, critical damage heals you would have been incredible. We would have been healing so much the entire time. Not leaving myself with the stamina at the right time, or hard committing to the roll, hard committing to the attack rather as well, as the enemy was about to do the ground pound was really, really rough. I don't know when the enemy does the very, very large ground pound. Is that like a state change? Is that after 25% health, after 50% health, and then after 75% health? Or is it something that I should be keeping an eye out for? Because occasionally it starts happening, and I'm just way too in deep to actually be able to do anything about it at that point. For the moment, though, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Stance Dancing. Here with the Greed Kill Timer in Curse of the Dead Gods. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves with the playlist in the description down below with all of my contents on the game, past, present, and future. And hopefully we'll see you next time.